That's with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap it right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every age. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. You know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
I'll open the show because Miss Coco is preoccupied. Thank you to everyone around the world tuning into the show today. This is the Casual Convo Show. You can hear us every Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and you can check us out on X and everywhere else. We are Casual Convo. We had discussions about professional business relationships. We always have the Casual Convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. As you see below, get your Hand Radio merch at handradio.org/shop. Get your caps, get your shirts, get your hoodies, get all three. Get ready for the summer with your hat, your shirt, wear your hoodie right now. You're still cool. I'm the co-host, Boscoe from the Bronx. Idris Salam, a.k.a. the co-host.
Oh, I thought you said ho-host. I was like,
the co-host. Boscoe from a.k.a. Idris Salam. Got my host right there. She's always in the building. Coco's in the building. Yo, what up?
Hey, y'all.
There we go.
Hola, hola, hola. How's everybody doing? How are you?
What's up, Paul?
Paul, let me give you an apology. Why you disappear? So, hello, Paul.
The aliens did that.
The apology is, I thought that okay, let me just do the whole spill with the apology. Can I do the whole spill that I was going to give before I had to calm my nerves? Mm-hmm. So I had told Boscoe, I said, I'm gonna do the whole 5 minutes because I think I needed to make a whole PSA. This is just a personal one for me. So I do publicly apologize to Paul. I misunderstood something in communication. However, I was going to say that a lot of times some people, not everyone, take social media too seriously. I use social media for fun, for promo, things like that. However, outside of social media, I'm hardly on it, actually. That's number one. Two, I'm very much well in my career. I'm studying in school. I have a family, I have a new grandbaby, all kinds of stuff that occupy my time. So a lot of times I don't see some things. Sometimes I don't, But if you send me a message, I probably see that before I see a post. So what I found, as well as with Boscoe, we've been talking over the last couple of weeks. We get accused for each other's things, so to speak. And he's his own person, and I am as well. We both say that we're approachable. However, the one thing that I did come to terms with is that something that I don't usually do is block. And we welcome everyone. You can disagree, agree, and all of those things. But when it starts to become threatening, harassing, and all of those things, you will get blocked. That's just a personal thing that I'm going to do. It's never that deep. We up here for the shit, the giggles. We like to have fun. We like to bring awareness. We like to support, and we love those who support us. But it's never that deep where you have to threaten anybody or anything like that, because I don't take them too lightly. I'm not saying I'm gonna call the police, but I'm not going to go back and forth with anyone online. I'm not going to have you in my DM. I'm not going to have you being disrespectful. My page is where I post this. It's also for my business, and I ask everyone to be respectful of that. So my apology for Paul was part of your post got deleted, and all I saw was the middle fingers and all of that. So I was like, well, what was that? You know what I mean? So I said, Boscoe, before I say I got time, I'm low on sleep. things ain't what they mean. I mean, please don't let the casual convo fool you.
Right.
So I was like, do I got to book a flight to North Carolina? Cause see, that's the thing people don't understand. A lot of times y'all don't be knowing who y'all be talking to. People will go there, or
I'm
even
one
just
of
if
them.
you want to meet up. I would rather for you to have a conversation with me
Hmm.
and go over the deep end. We're all adults. We're all grown. But Paul, I did not know that Facebook was playing with you, and so I humbly apologize. Um. So yeah. So that was that. You got anything?
Yeah, I kind of want to add on to that. Someone said made a statement, which is true. Social media is a direct reflection of how people really feel inside. Reason being because, or it could be a direct reflection of how people feel inside. Because if you notice on social media, people will say stuff to you that you know good and damn well they won't say to your face. It's the one place where a person who's like bone deep racist will call you every name in the book and pound his or her chest because they know you're in Baltimore or in Asheville and they're in Montana or Alaska where you know you're not going to cross paths. It also it gives people a false sense of security, as we spoke about 1,000 times before. And everyone know what my Facebook I have two. I'm more on my other one now. I clown people, I joke around, I have fun. It's never personal, but people seem to take. That's why I got my pinned post saying, "This is what I do," but it's all in fun. Don't take anything serious. But people get serious. Like here on the show, people take things serious. Everyone wants to be validated and want their opinion to be the one that's like, this is the way it should be. And it's the problem. And I'm going to go back to our people. I'm not going to talk about white people because I know how we all like to say, well, what about white people? We're not white, okay? Get that out there. Problem with our people.
You sure?
Hey, we might be. We got light skinned dudes, so there's something somewhere. But we have a lack of accountability in our community. We enable our people to do certain things because they're black. We need to hold each other accountable. Period. If you don't like something, you can keep it moving or discuss it with the person. I know I'm not like here in Asheville. And in the words of Clark Gable, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
That was so eloquent.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. We need to be accountable for our actions. Period.
Okay.
Be a man and talk it out. Let's go. And on with the show.
Okay. With that being said, let's get into the mental health check-in. I'm tired.
Should have done that first.
Oh, first, I know I don't even think he on here yet, but I missed it as two things I'm gonna say. One, happy birthday to my bro
Yeah.
Jay Nathaniel, who celebrated his birthday on April the 1st. Um, and today my grandbaby turned 4. Bricks, happy birthday, Bricks. So I wanted to get that out the way. But mental health, I want to say I'm in a good space. Just tired. So one thing I am trying to really do is get sleep, which is kind of scarce these days.
Mhm.
Um, it's just weird because you can like you don't realize how much of yourself you give in your career and all of those things. Like
Mhm.
every day, I give so much of myself to help people, and then trying to study, and then you just constantly like in certain fields that we do, especially whether you're in like healthcare, whether you're in social work, whether you're in anything. When you deal with the public, you're giving a piece of yourself, and
Mhm.
then when you got to come home, you don't realize how much more you still have to give. If you have a family, you gotta pour into them, and it's just always. So sometimes it's important to try to make time for yourself. So to anyone who's like a workaholic or got multiple things going on, like I said I'm pretty much in the prime of my career. studying, being a mom, grandmom, friend. It gets overwhelming sometimes, but I'm gonna get some sleep. That's my thing. But other than that, I think I'm in a good space. I think I'm handling it well. But I just want everybody to know just to take care of you while you taking care of everybody else.
No doubt. I'm good. Shouts out to Paul. Yeah, I know you good people, Paul. It's just the other ones. I just choose to not even associate with them. You know who they are. You know, I'll give my advice, I give my 2 cents, but I'm not getting involved in any events or whatever because nah, I'm good. Mental health, I'm good. I'm straight. Just I can't see right now because I got those eye drops, so I can't read any of the comments that well, even with my glasses. So I won't
Ever
get
since
too.
you start getting your eyes fixed, you ain't been knowing how to act.
Oh, I can't see. Like you see, I got these eye drops. I just see what I did before the show. But yeah,
Jada, we're
I
not
know.
talking about that.
I know. I be.
Why
I
every
know.
week?
I
I
know.
need him to come on here one
I
day.
be.
Every week
I
you
be
want to
acting
talk
new.
about them bum ass Ravens. We're not talking about them.
They ended up like our team did. They ended up like our teams did. So ain't that we can talk about. Anyway,
Exactly.
but
Every week
shouts
you
out to
want.
Chris Dixon. He actually came on Richie Hicks' show 3 or 4 times and talked. Jay Bain never showed
Yeah,
up.
he's a good
Talked about the
supporter.
Ravens. And Jay Bain never showed up on the show. Anyway, get back. But I'm good. Shouts out, big rest in peace to Mr. C. Rock the Bells Radio. Kind of shocked he passed away today. We just
Oh,
lost Paul Nice the other day, a couple of days ago. And I hope we don't lose another true hip hop DJ anytime soon. But shouts out, big rest in peace to Paul Nice and Mr. C. Well, let's get on with the show.
all right. So I guess I'm gonna do the intro for today. Today is something we're doing a little bit different. Something I don't think we've ever done it in Casual Convo history ever.
Not since
Something
I
that
think,
we've always like we're gonna stay away from, but I think we're gonna try to have fun with this one. We kind of opened up the door last week.
yeah,
I know we've done reviews for Karen, and you guys have seen that effect. Also hit Karen up for your, for your good.
yeah, extras, yeah.
Um, but this review is a little differently. So if you frequently watch the show, I don't know if you're new. Bosco and I love like crime stories, anything that got to do with extraterrestrials, all kinds. We
Mhm.
watch the weirdest things, and we like to break them down and break them down to reality. So there's a documentary. So there are a couple of things we're going to review today, which is what is it? The Unexplained. That was
Lightheaded,
on Netflix, and also Three Body
everybody.
Problems on Netflix. Really good shows. If you haven't watched them, check them out. So which one you want to start with? Because I got no.
Let's go to life of Files of the Unexpected.
Okay, so we just want to go through four. It's like 8 episodes. We just want to try to review four other episodes, and then we'll go into the other things, and
Mhm.
then as we can talk about some other cases we saw on like Crime TV and
Yeah,
things like that. I've been sending stuff to everybody because I've been. That's like my peacetime is
yeah.
to binge stuff.
I
Okay.
was up till like 1 o'clock, 1 in the morning. I was trying to watch that 5th episode, but I couldn't stay awake. But it was getting good.
Yes.
It was getting good.
The you want to start with the Unexplained?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go
All right.
episode 1
So
then.
episode one was I know I'm about to say this all wrong. Pas Pasquala alien abduction
Yeah.
in the
That's Walla. Yeah.
1970s. So it opened up about the guy Calvin. But they had that. No, that's not the one that was at the bonfire. Well, anyway, he had an encounter,
Mhm.
and he was saying it was like
Him and his friend.
yeah, that's the one. They were
Yeah.
camping or something.
Yeah. Camping. Yeah.
So what got me was the reenactment of the eyeball.
Yeah. That's what got me because how the lead it up to let y'all know what happened was because we let's get to the eyeball because that right there that was like these two guys were camping. I think they were fishing or something. No, they went fishing.
Mm-hmm.
They went
At
fishing.
the
It was
lake.
out there either late at night or early in the morning. I can't remember what it was. And they seen the lights coming, and it landed. But the way it landed was like right there. And when it took them on, I think he said it was 3 of them that came off. 3 that came off and got them and took them on.
Yeah,
And
but the other friend was he was just stuck.
yeah, he was stuck. Yeah, he couldn't move. Yeah, he was just like and they took the dude on board. Now you can tell him about the eyeball.
So what do you? It was funny to me. I chuckled. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going. I don't believe this one. This was the one that wasn't too believable, but it was interesting. I couldn't stop listening.
You know why? You know why I think it was believable? Because when they left them guys in the room, in the interrogation room, and the guy was recording them without them knowing, and they were in there talking, and the cop said he knew they were telling the truth because they weren't in there trying to fix their stories. You might have missed that.
Yeah.
Part. Yeah.
No, but when the eyeball was a little extravagant because when
you talking about yeah.
Because when he said he got in, so when he got into the thing, so I don't know, for some reason it was Calvin. Calvin was picked up. That's the man's real name, Calvin. I'm not making that part up. So Calvin went in. Calvin said he looked up. He said, and then all of a sudden there was this eyeball just looking at me, and then the eyeball come in. So the reenactment has the eyeball coming down, literally like an eyeball. So the eyeball stops, and they do a whole scan. And we've seen that stuff on like movies and stuff like that, where it kind of like did a whole scan of him, feet or whatever. So he was saying that like they didn't really say anything. It was just like they were like on his toes, limbs, pretty much like it was studying him or giving him like an x-ray. Then all of a sudden he goes back. His friend is just stuck staring at the like beam, like he's like paralyzed or whatever. Yeah. So his name was Charles.
Yeah.
So Charles was just like, what was going on? Charles sitting on the sideline like, oh shit.
Just frozen. Yeah, he just frozen.
He said when it went away, it did like a blink type thing, and then it went away, but Charles was still stuck. Yeah. And so I guess they went. And so for a long time, he really didn't share the story with a lot of people. And they was like, nobody really didn't, of course, believe him or whatever. But Charles was messed up. No. Yeah. Calvin was messed up the rest of his life.
Yeah. Because they say he was never the same, and how they kept trying to get interviews with him, and he just looked disheveled every time they showed him on, especially when he was on Who's My Line with the other two guys. He had to look like, I don't want to be here. Yeah.
Why ain't he on Jeopardy too? What show? Oh, that was the name of the show.
Yeah, Whose Line is that? No, What's My Line?
I wasn't born yet.
I was a kid. I remember the show.
But he made money, and they were saying that everything that they had him on, he just made like a lot of money off of doing that, which was kind of weird because I was like, I don't think I would, if it was true, I don't think I would be able to.
But see, what he said was they was making money from the days that they missed, because remember, it was on a fishery. That's what it was. They was working for a fishery. He said he was out there to make the money that he was missing being out on the fishery. That's why he took the money. But they say he still wasn't never, he was never the same afterwards.
All right, you got any more on that one? Because the eyeball, that was my highlight for episode 1.
I believe that one for the fact that, like I said, when they were inside the interrogation room, the guy secretly recorded them, and they were talking, but they weren't talking like we need to get our stories together. They were talking like, "Damn, man, I can't believe this shit really happened." Yeah, and I believe that.
For me, it was how everybody had like whenever it was like these encounters, each episode had like a part where they were like silenced. Yeah. Whether it was voluntarily or involuntarily. Yeah. Now the second episode, this lady had me. She was too excited for me. Yeah, the Ghost of Myrtle Plantation, the black lady, Hester Abbey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody was there like, "Hi, I'm Hester Abbey."
Yeah. Her alone.
She been waiting for this moment.
I guess, like I said, that's the one when I hit you, I was like, that's the one I was like, I don't know about this one.
Little Hester was lying. And first of all, why is her name Hester? It was so many things wrong when she first, because it was like, it wasn't even like lights, camera, action. It was just like, "Hey, and welcome to da 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 da." So she get to telling the story all animated. Her voice was so animated, and I was like, "This lady is lying." She is making, but she added a whole bunch of yeast.
She was lying. She's trying to sell. She tried to sell the tour. She was lying her ass off.
She said we had very unique, subtle, but interesting experiences. And the guests, we had guests comes, hundreds and hundreds come, and they visit the plantation for these experiences. So let's take a tour of the, I was like, Abby.
She almost had me at first. But when them dudes came on, like, well, hold up, man, it's a bunch of bullshit.
No, what was the man name?
I can't remember his name.
David.
Okay.
So mind you, the plantation is in Louisiana. This is real. I actually looked it up. People do visit.
Yeah, I looked it up too.
So
I looked that part up.
David is still shook.
Yeah.
I don't know what part of this him and Abby got linked up, but I don't know why he's so involved because he go every year. So David goes, and David said, "Well, David took me." Because he was sitting there, and David was like, it's so mesmerizing and scary at the same time. I just don't, know what to do, but I just can't stop coming and investigating and investigating." And then he said, like, Chloe. Chloe's the featured ghost. Why do you have a featured ghost? Chloe got a head wrap. An alleged head wrap. Chloe playing with people's toes while they sleep. Remember, he said,
no, but the little girl that said she see Chloe said, "Why are you hungry? Why are you so dirty?" But see that.
Oh, she was like, she said the I know you gotta tell the story right. So she said the two people come into the plantation. It was a lady and I guess her daughter. So. The daughter is like, she said, and I was like really well presented. I'm pretty well kept. This is Abby speaking. Abby is animated. Abby is sister too. This was made it even more funnier.
Yeah.
She was like, because I'm well kept. This is how she did it. She's like, well kept. And then she goes, so she goes, "Are you hungry? Why are you so dirty? Do you want to eat?" And she was like, and I was looking, and the mom was looking like, "Who are you talking to, hon? Who are you talking to?" And then she goes, "Hey, Wendy." So then she goes, "Well, I knew she wasn't talking to me." And then we figured because it was Chloe. Because Chloe would go and Chloe would like play with the other kids. So we knew she seen something, but it wasn't me because I was clean, my pants wasn't dirty.
She was so extra.
I was like, what?
She was so extra.
But Chloe was playing with toes because David said no, it was Chloe, and then there was another one that he said her OCD, which took me out of this room.
Yeah.
Because he said when started certain things, it will move it back.
That's when it started getting a little like, hold up now.
Y'all making this up as you go.
It was a good story because the story of Chloe, how she made the birthday cake, and the family son, was dying off it all and got sickened, and the father realized what happened and hung her and dropped in the water. It was a good story until.
But all they had to do was say Chloe was the house nigga, because that's who she was. Because they said Chloe had got her ear cut off. That's why she head wrapped the cut because they cut her ear off. Ear hustling when they was making some type of plans, and so she was trying to get back in their good graces, so she didn't have to work outside.
Yeah. Until they talked to the one girl over in, I guess she's from the UK, the one lady they talked to that said she wanted to visit. I can't remember if she's from the UK or not.
Oh, yeah. The other lady.
Can you remember how we talked about how
Wendy,
they always visit people from the UK?
Yeah.
And then the dudes was like, he didn't say it, but basically he said the story is full of shit.
But no, then it was to me how all the pictures had something symbolic. So then they were like, the mirror. He was like, I really didn't believe that there was anything to it until the mirror. When I looked in the mirror, I could see the he said you could see like the and they was like, so then here come Abby. Well, I always thought the handprint.
And she walking around like, like you said, the owner and the chick, they were ready for that day because they had it. They were ready for it. They
I
was
want her to just go to episode 2. You ain't
go
even
to
got to be
episode
5
go
minutes.
to episode
As soon as
2.
episode 2 start, Hester Abbey. Hi, I'm Hester Abbey. This is literally
I'm
how
well
she
kept.
was. And I was like, why is she so popped up to talk about the paranormal activity? I'm going to Louisiana. We're going to go there, all right? When we
That
go.
had to be the funniest episode. The story about Chloe is a nice story if it was true.
Until they
That'd-
started talking about her playing with his toes. First of all, he was like, he said, I was laying on the bed and I had my feet dangling from through the covers because, you know, and he said, and then I felt something touch my ankle and start
yeah.
playing with and so wiggling each of my toes. David, why is they playing with your feet? Of all things, they playing with your feet.
Right. A little black girl playing with your feet.
No,
At
and then
a
the
plantation.
girl they said was coming out the window on the
Oh yeah.
on the thing. They was like, when we got closer and closer, you can hear like a pitter patter,
Yeah.
pitter patter. And
Oh man. Let me
I
tell
don't
you.
remember laugh. So he said the closer I got, then it just stopped, and then you can hear giggles.
You
And
get
so I
giggles,
just
yep.
start flashing and flashing and flashing. And he was like, and then you can see a girl coming out of the window. And I'm looking at these photos like,
Yeah, you know those things was fake. That
yeah,
lady said they got the little ghost hat.
no. How about the one? Hey, Marina. Then there was
What's
the
up?
other one that what did he say? He was standing in the kitchen
Mhm.
and somebody was in the kitchen with him, I guess a guest or something like
Yeah.
that. And she was like, oh my God, she's angry. She's angry. So my thing is, how is everybody seeing these people, but you can't? So
You
he's like,
can't.
he's dangling her finger in your face like she's yelling at you for something.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God, is she still there? He was like, but I can feel a breeze in the chandelier. So the camera's
It's
still
in the air.
the chandelier moving. So after the chandelier moved, so he said, well, where did she go? She said,
Yeah.
oh, she ran into the kids' room.
Yeah.
So he go run into the kids' room. He said, I had a camera in each hand, and I just start flashing. And so
That's what I mean. Out of all, I don't want to skip no episodes, but out of all 4 episodes I watched, that one was the one like, hold up. Y'all niggas is lying.
I knew it was going to be a key when I saw Abby come up on that screen. Hey guys, I'm Hester Abby, and welcome to Myrtle's. I said, ma'am,
she waited for that.
Waiting all her life for this Netflix special.
She practiced in the mirror anywhere she could because she knew they were coming to Louisiana, to Oscarville, I think they called it. No, was that Oscarville?
No, it was
no, that was something else.
I forgot where it was, but I know it wasn't. It was some in some part of Louisiana. Yeah. But they lost me at the ghost having OCD. I was like, yeah, let me go to the next episode.
Yeah.
So the next episode, you got anything else on Chloe?
Nah, this is the episode we need to talk about right here.
The next episode was episode 3.
Hold on. If y'all don't know what we're talking about Files of the Unexpected on Netflix. You have to watch it. It's 8 episodes. You have to watch it.
We only going to do 4 though.
We only doing 4.
So this next one had me on Google like crazy. This was episode 3. It was the missing Yuba County 5.
5, yeah.
So it was 5 guys who were missing. 4 of the guys were they had cognitive disabilities. We're going to say that, and for conservative terms. Yeah. And the other gentleman, not so much cognitive, but had mental issues. Yeah. So we're going to get into that later.
Yeah.
So they were all on this basketball team. So they had a basketball game. Mind you, they were older. They weren't young, but they were older. Right. Probably They were ranging from like 23 to 29.
Well, yeah.
And then, but they had the mind mass of maybe like a 16-year-old or 15-year-old.
Except for the one guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So they drove to this basketball game, which is something that they usually do. They played basketball, and they were supposed to be on their way back.
Yeah, they won. Yep.
It starts off with the families telling the story about how they went to the basketball games, how, normal the life they had, how loving they were, and this is that and the third. So then it goes to, and they never came home.
Yep.
So they went to the police station. The police was like, well, they grown. Y'all got to wait 48
Yep.
hours. We ain't going to do
Mhm.
nothing about it. So the family is distraught.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Because it's always that one lady. And she was like, what do you mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, we went searching.
Yeah. It's always one. It's always one.
So she was like, we went searching. Me and my husband, we went and we went and we went. So
Mhm.
so they didn't come home. So they went back and
Right.
reported them missing. So they did this huge search thing and all of this stuff. So they found the car
Yeah.
up in the mountains with all of this. Yes, Chris, I was trying
Yeah.
not
Of
to say
course. Of
that.
course. Of course, Chris. What up,
Yes,
Chris? What's going on, bro?
of Caucasian descent.
Yeah.
All of them were,
Yeah.
and so they found the car. It was in the deep mountains with
Yeah.
all the snow, and I'm
Yeah.
like, first thing that popped in my mind, what they was
It was like it was just like 5 miles out or something like that.
no,
Or
like
something like
17 or 18 miles
okay, I
away
know it's a
from
good.
where they were supposed to go.
Yeah. 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 I
And
know it's a good ways out.
so they did, so they found the car. The car still had when they said, of course they were.
I know.
So the car had like all of this stuff in there, right? All
Mhm.
the food, the junk food, and all of these things.
Everything.
So the family's still looking, and okay, and all of this stuff. So they go back and
Mhm.
they couldn't find the boys, right?
Right.
So till this day, one of them still missing.
Still missing.
So weeks and weeks and weeks go past. The family is so distraught. So they still talking
Mhm.
about this stuff. So mind you, they still in this area
Mhm.
searching. So I think what they say like um the Unexplained on Netflix. I
Life.
sent
Yeah.
it to you.
Files of the Unexplained. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, we talk about episode 3.
Yeah.
Well, go to episode 2.
Go to
Miss
two
Abby
first.
is going. She's a key. Miss
Yeah.
Abby been waiting for Netflix to come to her door all her life.
She's well kept. Well, go ahead.
Miss Abby's like, I'm not dirty. Like,
That part right there, boy. I'm well kept.
no, as soon as I seen that, I said, oh, this gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But anyway, back to the 5. So I think it was
Yeah.
like a couple of months, like 6, 7 months or something like that had passed.
It was
They
like,
found her.
they said like 17 weeks or 18 weeks because they said how a man's beard had grown. Like
Yeah,
17 weeks. Yeah, like
he
17
was the
weeks, I think.
first one they found because they said he
Yeah.
was wrapped up.
He
Yeah, he
was
was
wrapped.
wrapped up like a mummy.
Yeah.
So what I did was I googled it.
Hmm.
J Bear's right. It's a true story
It's a true story. Yep.
because I was confuzzled because I was like, okay, let me go and Google this. I said
Still a
because I
story
want to make
wrong though.
sure that they telling the truth.
Yeah.
So they found the first one. So he was mind you, they got cognitive issues. So they
Hmm.
didn't have no facial hair, no nothing like that. But this particular one, he had grew a beard or whatever. So they
Yeah.
did the autopsy, no foul play. They just kind of say it was
Yeah. Frostbite,
malnutrition
malnutrition. Yeah.
and frostbite or something like that.
Hmm.
So he was all wrapped up, like it looked like somebody wrapped his body up.
You're like a mummy.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, but so they was like, okay, we got to find the other ones. So the first mom, she was like, he was just out there, and dad just dropped to his knees and said, "Son, I lied. I didn't make it to you in time."
Yeah.
So
But I
he was like, and the whole village just stombered.
but I'm gonna find the rest because I said I will find you. I need to stop laughing, but that was pretty funny though.
And then he said, so then the lady, his wife was like, so we got in the car and we went searching again
Yeah.
because I just want to say, she said, I don't want to be the one to say it. And
Yeah.
so it seemed like the camera zoomed in as soon as she said that they didn't look hard enough.
Yeah. Didn't look hard enough. Yeah.
So
Yeah, remember because one guy said how the police, they had told the police already just to realize his brother was still alive when the police said da da da, we couldn't look or whatever.
yeah. So then they started finding then one of them was dismembered. They
Yeah.
found parts of him throughout
Mhm.
another part. They were like, mind you, their bodies were like miles apart in
Yeah.
in the mountains. So
Yep.
one of them he was found like completely severed, like different parts of his body was all over, and they was like, so because it was animal bites on him, they thought he was eaten by the animals, like that was his cause of death. Then the other one, I think he was pretty much decomposed, if I'm not mistaken.
To the point to
one is still missing to this day. That's the one they said he was in the military. No shade to the military. He was in the military, but also he had schizophrenia and he had a drug problem.
Yep.
But did you see his parents?
That he did it.
They know where he at. I think they got him.
You know why I say he did it? Because, and this is nothing against people with schizophrenia, but you know, when they kill people, they like to decapitate people. And that one guy was decapitated. True, the animals got to him, but he was decapitated. Usually when the animal gets, they're going to spread just stuff like far and wide. He was decapitated.
Wendy, I think his parents know where he at.
I think so.
Because several people, they had seen him hitchhiking.
The one in the bar, like, that's him. That's him.
Yeah, but nobody went to go pick him up. Then so everybody found, but this one.
The one guy.
And the parents was like, you guys are the first person to ask us anything about our son.
They know where he is.
I think they do.
They know where he is.
I think they do.
Because if so many people saw him, and every time he locked eyes with people, he like bolted out. They know where he is. He did it. Because it's kind of like they found everybody.
Gary.
My man was mummied up. One guy decapitated. The other one, his remains are just so bad to where they couldn't even, and he got away. And the thing about it, for those who watching this, they can't say they could have starved. They starved with it because they had a whole trailer with food and everything, the stuff to keep them warm. Everything was there for them.
But this is my thing. This way I look at the parents a little sideways. Hit me out. Because do what again?
I don't know.
Only because your kids have cognitive issues. I understand. Okay, they do this all the time. They know their way back. Something had to look familiar. Why was there no one with them? Because even with this guy, I'm quite sure your parents, because he was living at home too, saw signs that something was off. If y'all knew whether he was on drugs, this is and the third.
But see, they knew that.
Was nobody? Why didn't anybody else accompany them? Because if my child has cognitive issues, development issues, and I'm not going to trust them to be by themselves, and they got their mind. And you think like a kid.
And you know what they could have done? Back then they had phone booths. Couldn't the phone, put your cord in there. Ching, ching, ching. Yo, I'm good. We're going here. But they just.
It had to have been somebody, and again, it had to have been somebody they trust, because they said it was a complete detour. And when they showed the picture of the mountains, they was like, it had like rain drifts, snow drifts.
Yeah. It was a whole different way. Yeah.
And I was like, they could have banked his ass. Like,
he did it.
They could have banked him. Like, where you going at?
He did it. And how my man's shoes was still at the place too. He did it. He did it.
They found all evidence of him.
Yeah.
And you're the only one that got away from the wolves and all of this stuff.
Right. That military. That's how he survived.
So, ain't nobody find nobody deranged walking around.
Right. Coming out of the snow.
Wendy, I agree. His parents know where he at. I don't care what nobody say. They know. If you look at how when his part came up, when they like emphasize and put the emphasis on the one that still remains unfound, they were really subtle, but they said just enough, but tried to make us believe that he's not found. Y'all don't look like y'all working hard to find him.
And see the way they were, the location each one was found. Like, okay, we found this guy still at the campsite, wrapped up like a mummy. Then you go up, you find the one guy chopped up. Then you go up more, you find the other guy where his body is decomposed so badly. You're like, but y'all didn't find the last guy? Nowhere to be found. He just off the face of the earth.
And as a mother, why you ain't crying?
Thank you.
She did a little.
Yeah, she did a little. Yeah.
And then she was like, and we still don't know where he is. Girl, where is you, ma'am? You supposed to be distraught.
They know where he is. They know where he
He
is.
in the garage. They
Right
probably gonna be quiet and sit down.
Yeah. They know where he is. They know. They know exactly. He might be in his 60s now. They know where he is. 70s now. They know where he is.
Completely different.
They know where he is.
I'm curious. I want to see it because this. I think that out of all the stories, I ain't gonna lie. I think that one is gonna stand out and it's gonna make some cause some ruckus. He gonna get paranoid. I want to see the outcome of this because that story, because I know everybody did like I did, Googled it.
Yeah.
Because it's nowhere in the world all of them found missing, and that's that one, and then the one that got all of these issues, and you military trained,
and you just happen to be in the snow,
and you out in the agriculture,
the one place where he feels comfortable
in the mountains,
the one place in the mountains in the snow, the one place he felt comfortable. Remember, he was in Nam and came back home. He got discharged out.
Oh yeah, because this was like in 1970,
78. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to see. I'm a baby. I
was 14. So
y'all watch out for Gary. His name is Gary Matthews.
Gary, yeah. Yep. He might be at your local grocer too. Episode 4.
All right, what was episode? Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
Episode 4 was about the
lake.
It was about the lake.
4, no, it was the government UFO conspiracy.
Oh, UFO, yeah. I forgot the lake was still about
Calvin. That was Calvin and Charles.
Yeah.
With the eyeball.
But which one was about the lake that kept pulling people down? Was that the same one?
I think
that might have been 5.
I think it was.
Okay, that was 5. Okay.
So we're gonna do 4.
Yeah. I thought, man, I must have stayed up later than I thought then. Okay.
So
4. Yeah, let's go with 4.
4 was about Terry. Terry opens up the scene talking about he had some type of illness or something going on with his leg.
His knee.
And so was his knee?
I think it was his knee, yeah.
Okay, one of them parts on the body. Wendy stick eyes. She said, "Oh, please, stick eyes." So he opens up talking about his we gonna say a part of his leg. Because I can't remember specifically what part. Bosco said it was the knee. We're gonna go with the knee. So he was saying to the average eye, you cannot see anything. It was no bruising, nothing going on, but he was just in this excruciating pain and he knew something was wrong. So he got an x-ray done and you could only see, they didn't really say what it was. Did I miss it?
Nah, it's like a chip. Like a chip in
but it was causing him pain. It was something small, but you could only see through the x-ray. So they let him go. So he said the only thing he could think of was something that happened to him decades ago when he was in the military.
Air Force.
And he had this encounter.
Yeah.
And he was like, he wasn't the only one, because then they went to all of these different like news articles in different parts, like in Mexico, again in London. Again, so for y'all watching, can y'all enriddle me this? I asked Bosco and Rich behind the scenes, why all the UFOs go over to London? Are they aliens for real? Like, are they that's their meeting spot? Because she was like, well, we came to the UK and we saw the aliens and they talked to us and we
all of Britain is like, who is this chick?
But anyway, everybody had this same encounter with these bright lights. But what they described was, they said it was like the size of like a Walmart.
Yeah.
And then
it was huge.
And then they be having pain meds and okay. And so they said it rotated. So then it so it was him and Toby. So Terry said when he talked to his lieutenant, they already knew what was going on, I guess, because he was acting different.
Yeah.
And so they told him don't say anything. So Toby
Mhm.
also had the same experience, but Toby lost his complete shit.
Yeah.
Toby started drinking.
He lost it.
He
Yeah.
shipped Toby to Japan, and then
Hmm.
next time Terry heard about Toby. Toby died.
So he died. Yeah.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Karen said her lollipops will take you to stores. Exactly,
I already know.
exactly. But but then they started showing this video that he said it would
Hmm.
move the same way. It said
Hmm.
it had like lights, like it was coming towards him.
Hmm.
And he said what he said, like a milky light beam, and he was like, it came down on our fire camp.
Yeah. Straight down. Yep.
Yeah, he said it came down on the fire camp, and they were kind of like stuck and froze. So it
Hmm.
was like an instant. They took him up. That might be the one. They took him up, and then he was only gone for maybe like, I think he said like 3 minutes, a couple
A couple
minutes,
minutes. Yeah. A
and then
couple
brought him
minutes.
back down. So then they started talking about other people who saw the same similar thing. So we go
Hmm.
back to London, and then
Hmm.
London said, "Oh, it's kind of like a They called it a gimbo.
Yeah.
The gimbo, it
Because
rotates.
the way it looked. Yeah.
It only rotates on the axis of the Earth.
Right.
So when we see the gimbo, the
It
like,
was funny how they described it because they said it would turn, but like, yeah, it's like,
yeah, but
and I was
only
looking at them like, huh?
yeah, but
I
only
had, I
on
had
the
to stop
axis.
it and rewind it back because I was like,
And then they pan to this other girl. She was like, "Did you say it? I saw
yeah,
it. Did you say it? It always comes around this time of year, and then it comes around." And I was like, "Why do they keep going to London? Are they aliens for
I had
real?"
to keep rewinding that part back because I was like, what the hell are they talking about? But the thing about it, when they showed it, it looked like a little chip in well, the chip was in his knee, but I think the problem was with his leg, but the
Mm-hmm.
chip was in his knee. And
You
the
think
thing
they
about it,
probably
when he,
activated the chip,
huh?
or because they might have been sending some type of frequency.
Yeah, but I don't think they ever took it out though.
Our government trying to do that. Did you see it?
Yeah, yeah. And think about that. Remember that same episode? He was talking to this other Air Force pilot how they recorded it. He said, "Yo," and they were like, "Wow, you see that?" Da-da-da-da-da-da." And it's funny how he's going to get his military benefits, but they say he could never get his medical records from them
Ever in
because that's
life.
ever in life. But they're going to give
That
him all
might
his
be
benefits.
reversed because that's the same. That's
Mm-hmm.
the same video
Mm-hmm.
that they were using in the Remember when they had the, what is it called, the whistleblowing
Yeah,
um
yeah.
things
Last
with the
year,
Senate, and they
yeah.
were having all the little hearings and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the same occurrences
Yep,
that they were talking about.
yep.
When
It's
you
it's,
said,
it's
"Baby, sounds like USA conspiracy all day."
Uh-huh. For real, for real. And see, and we've talked about this on the show in the past. We talk about it off air. We've been saying for how long we've been know they've been here. But people said, nah, you bugging, y'all conspiracy theory. No, no, no. And then when they talked about it last year, the congressional hearing, they're like, wow, can you believe this? Yeah, we've been telling y'all this for the longest. But
And
y'all
they'll
thought we were
answer some
crazy.
questions and avoid some. They'll say they can answer outside of public view, but
Yeah, yeah. Like
not
we've
on
been
record.
doing
It was
this.
like crazy. I think I watched like three of those. I think I sent them sent them to you.
And I watched them too.
I know we running out for the first half, but the second half we're going to talk about. I don't know if you guys seen it. Three Body Problems on Netflix. So this is a Netflix show review. So we reviewing 4 episodes of the Unexplained. Y'all watch them. We might watch the other 4 and do them
Oh,
next
I'm
week.
watching it.
I'm gonna get you to watch
I
them.
got 3 left.
Like
You gotta watch that 5th one about the lake. You
I'm
gotta
watching
watch
tonight.
that one. That's number 5. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. Yeah, that's why they won't release. They probably got chips all inside his brain because he said the big thing, the light came down. But
Mm-hmm.
all of them have a similar story. This is what's funny to me. The first
Mm-hmm.
one, even though he said it was like a big eyeball that did like a
Yeah.
scan of his body,
Mm-hmm.
then the other ones, even though if they didn't say it was an eyeball, they said it was
Mm-hmm.
like a beam of
A
light that
beam.
does the same thing. It's like
And
it
this
does a thing where it goes through your whole body and then like stop, like it do the toes and it goes like around their body and then it
mm-hmm.
kind of disappears. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold my thoughts until we talk about Three Body Problem because I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. After we come back, before we go to the break, let me just say this. he made a point about saying with the VA how veterans have an issue with going to VA. We get good care at the VA, but see, we never know what they're going to put in our body.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. I could be chipped up. Who knows? Because we don't. As much as we're veterans, we don't trust the government. I did 10 years. My brother did 20. We don't trust the government.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you make an appointment for X-ray? Let me go with you. Let me know when it is. I'm gonna come.
In fact, I got to get a knee X-ray next week. So when I do, I'm gonna get a copy. Yeah, I got to get one next week.
I know how to read them.
Yeah, I do too. Remember, I was in the medical field, but I got you though. I'm gonna get a copy. But yeah, because we don't know. A lot of us veterans, we don't trust the government. We don't trust the government because we seen stuff that they do tell us that we have to sign a form that we can't talk about. Luckily, I didn't sign nothing. I don't think my brother did either. But I'm pretty sure it wouldn't surprise me they got us all chipped up. It wouldn't surprise me. They really wouldn't.
That's funny that you said that because like all of my uncles except for one is military. My father, he's military Vietnam. They never really like my father before he got, God bless him. He would always talk about guns. And he'd be like, I'm a Vietnam vet. I ain't scared of shit.
Yeah.
He thought he was just that dude, right? But they never really talked about. I'm trying to tell he got now he just confused. But before you couldn't tell him I ain't scared of shit. I da da da. Well, shut up, everybody's scared of you. But like my uncles, they never really talk about their experiences. And most people, in order to talk about their military stuff, they're like, all right, we can talk about it, but then I'm gonna have to,
some stuff you can't talk about. Yeah, I didn't sign anything, so I mean, I'll talk about whatever. But we don't trust them. We don't trust our government. We don't. You have those who feel our government. We Americans. Shut up.
Agent Orange and syphilis with military. Yeah, just like Tuskegee.
Yeah, Tuskegee. Yeah, that was all military stuff. Stuff. And before we go to break, I want everyone to look up the Pentagon's influence on Hollywood. I had mentioned this on my Facebook wall last week. Everybody was laughing like it was a joke, or 2 weeks ago. But look it up. It's on the internet. The Pentagon's influence in Hollywood. The Pentagon helps Hollywood makes movies. The Transformers is one of them. Saving Private Ryan is another.
They help Netflix too. Watch Three Body Problems.
Top Gun is another one. The government has something to say in a lot of these movies. And the main thing is the Transformers. Why would the government have something to say about the Transformers?
Oh, they real? Because I want a mini bot. The ones that be like, the ones that you can put in.
They did like 200 movies. The Pentagon. Look at it's online. See what happens when you listen to Candace Owens? She knows her shit. She might be evil.
If I see Mirage, or Bumblebee, right? I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna have me one, and I'm gonna keep it a secret because I always wanted me a real Transformer, especially the little baby ones, not the little evil ones that be lasers everywhere. You know, the little cute ones that talk trash, and they go in your bag and stuff.
Yeah, I want an Autobot.
Which base they at? So I can go. Which where they at?
What?
The Transformers. Where they?
Oh, I don't know. You gotta look it up. I don't know. I'm just saying the government has something to do with making it. They got a whole website. They got a whole legit. That's why I'll be listening to Candace Owens, the evil Gabrielle Union.
You got me thinking I'm about to get me an Autobot.
Yeah, I'm an Autobot, man. But yo, we about to go to break, y'all. How long's the break? 5 minutes, I guess.
We're probably like 5 minutes, but when we come back, we're gonna talk about Three Body Problems on that's a show on Netflix. I finished the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
And
I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing.
Did you watch the first beginning?
I didn't really get a chance to watch any. I'm
gonna tell you about it.
Let's go come and watch it anyway. Yeah, but before we go to break, y'all.
Wendy, you like everybody else. A lot of people used to hate. That's the word. Used to hate. I'm telling you, Candace Owens had I think it was a part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Candace always did enough to make people hate her, but she was embraced by a certain platform. When she got on them platforms and they put her face out there and made her the face of like the black
Mhm.
community and the black voice, when it came to certain things, she always kept it a buck. Now she got her own
She
little
doing her own
show.
thing.
She got her own platform. If you notice, she still is very much true to the same things, but I think more is being exposed where we see, okay, I see what
Mhm.
she's saying right here. But then sometimes Candace will lose
Yeah.
you. And you be like, all right, Candace, girl, come back again because you got a little lost. But I think that was her thing,
Get,
was to
get
get the
up
eyes
there.
on
Yeah.
her, to really get her message
I'm
out
gonna tell you
there.
why I like. I mean, there's some things I still don't agree with Candace Owens about, but the why I respect her because she's, and I've said this before, she is something a lot of us black people claim we are, a free thinker. You can't tell her shit.
Mhm.
She gonna say what she got to say, and she don't care who it pisses off. And we are a community that say how we're the so-called keep it real community, but we don't want to keep it real with ourselves. That's why I respect her. I may not agree with all the time, but she says stuff that like they said, a broken clock is right twice a day. I'm not calling her a broken clock, but I'm
Mhm.
saying even, and now you're going to talk about Hitler. No one listened to Hitler before he did what he did, but he told people, "This is what I'm going to do." But because no one
Mhm.
listened to him, because he was this madman, he was successful in doing what he did. You always have to listen to people talk because they will. Donald Trump. Now I'm not a fan of him, but who was the one that said, "Look here, we got Martians up in this bitch"?
Mhm. But Candace is a threat because one, she's a sister. She's a
Oh yeah,
black woman. Two, she's highly intelligent. And I'm not saying intelligent of book smart. She has the knowledge to understand and
mm-hmm,
process and
mm-hmm,
articulate. So that's threatening in
yeah,
itself. Then she also still understands and is knowledgeable of
mm-hmm,
street smarts mixed into what's going on of the
yeah,
issues. But unlike Omarosa,
yeah,
she's a little bit deeper into certain
mm-hmm,
things, whereas though I can be right here with you and I can have this same
mm-hmm,
conversation. See, a lot of them can't do it without, she doesn't have to be shady
mm-hmm,
or none of that. She just hits you with
mm-hmm,
factual data proof that you can go look up, and she's going to
mm-hmm.
regurgitate it to you. Whereas though now that's why none of them can
Right.
check her, because it's facts. She's hitting you with facts, and then she's going to
She stands
explain
by
it,
her word
and she's
too.
going to tell you your statement is some untruth, but she's going to
Mm-hmm,
correct you and why certain things, and especially when she talk about oppression and certain
mm-hmm,
things like that, she's always spoke heavily
mm-hmm.
on that. But she was always overshadowed because people saw that she was
Conservative.
backed by the
Yeah,
Republic.
conservative. Yeah.
Yeah. But her views have pretty much
She stand
been
by her word. Yeah.
central, right? Yeah, Omarosa is trash.
Yeah. Whatever happened to her?
But her book was good.
Whatever happened to her? Yeah, the
She
book
did.
was good.
She
Yeah,
exposed a
the book
lot.
was good. I think when she did it, it came off as being bitter, but however, she exposed a lot.
She can be bought.
She,
Yeah, because she can be
yeah,
bought.
yeah, yeah,
Whereas Candace
yeah. You
can't.
can't
You
buy
can't buy
Candace. No.
Candace, but you can buy Omarosa.
Well, let's go to break, I guess.
All right, y'all, we're gonna go to break. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, it's gonna go away. But in 5 minutes, we will be right back. If you're on Hand Radio or Hand TV, please enjoy the music, and we will be back.